Welcome back to A Windy City They Tan Watch, the channel where truth meets freedom, right here in the heart of Chicago. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell to stay updated with our latest investigations, interviews, and insights. Your support fuels our fight for freedom and truth. So, let's dive into today's journey, armed with knowledge and the relentless spirit of the Windy City.
Howdy folks, Windy City They Tan Watch. It is Saturday, May 25th. If you're on the replay crew, please leave a comment. And for you folks that are here live, definitely love the likes. If you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe. And Noam saying thank you for the correction. I think I've made it, so that is awesome. We are coming up out of the train station here at LaSalle Street, and it's a CTA station, so if people want to parse terms. I can see that there's already several people already over at the org, so that's great. Good morning, Ellie. Really love all the people that watched and commented on the video with Natalie yesterday. I enjoyed that, and I really appreciated her giving me the opportunity to share my platform or share my voice on the platform. All right, we're going to turn around and head down to the org. Thank you. I will say that it's going to be a sunny day out here today, and it's smarter for me to actually put a hat on every once in a while when I come out here. Howdy, Pen. So today I'm feeling pretty positive because there's an awful lot of people that are here or on their way here. So I should be able to roam freely. The chalk team would have the front door, which is great. And by the way, it's not a team. They're a group of people coming together for a common cause. It's something that I haven't said enough. Thank you to the mods, and whenever you guys can, if you can always just give them a clap, cheer, appreciate what they do. While they're here, I'm able to concentrate on what I can do here on the street, and they keep the chat sane, and they also keep my channel afloat, so I appreciate that. So kudos to Ellie, Fuzzy Pink Handcuffs, Sally Boyer. There's several others. Love the emojis there. Beautiful day out here. Before we head down there, I'll just go take a peek in the alley. Hopefully sounds, we've got good vocals, except for the fact that you've got to listen to my voice. I did start working on the video, but when I do a studio video, I'm kind of a nerd and I want to try to edit it nicely. But I do want to kind of give suggestions on how to protest, or my style of how to protest. And again, my style isn't for everybody, but if this is something you want to adopt, here's kind of the things that I consider when I'm doing it, and then make it helpful for me. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yeah, as we look down the alley, right, there's a truck very far down there, but that truck is all the way down to the residences. So that's, Saturday would be a moving day. It's the end of the month. It's very likely that that's somebody moving in or out of the residences down at that end of the alley. Now, those residences are, what do we say, common residents, that they're not tied to the university. That doesn't mean that somebody lives there isn't from the university, but that's just typical everyday residences down there at that bottom end. It's also where, if you saw on opening day, that's where Leah was at. She was able to get up on a balcony over there. Now we're walking down Clark Street. We're coming from the north to the south. You can see out there in the distance the Curiosity About Scientology sign that they've got there. The org's at 650 South Clark Street in Chicago's Printers Row. Howdy, Pamela. just another kind of thing to mention here about the mods. They're on a number of channels, and they're kind of keeping a background network so that we can all keep in control of one another. Thanks. Huh? No, thanks. I just got offered some 420. As we head to the org, I can see that we've got some tape going down right now. Or no, rocks. All right, that's nice. So, pretty sure NanceDrew is down here. Let's see if I can get this in there. Folks, let's kind of go around the room real quick. So we've got coming at us is FreeXenuProject. And if I can ask the mods to help me out here a little bit. Howdy. FreeXenuProject is down here. We've got KornFreakNPC and NanceDrew down here. Nice. Okay. These are upgraded from.
They're upgraded. Tell me what you think of how they sound.
I think that's very direct. I like that. And then on the back right is the two elements there.
Yeah, grab a bigger stack.
I don't like to steal all your stuff.
And then I've got an envelope, it's my own folder.
Yep.
It's got all the kids that Scientology couldn't help. Grab a stack of them.
So that's the Liz Gale, basically the Liz Gale list. Nice.
I've got it in my backpack too, so I've got more.
Hey, Nance.
I also started the day out by putting in my moved them already. So
Yeah.
No, but I think a business card in every windshield on the whole block.
Nice.
And now that I did that, is that legal?
Careful. It's look out for handbills.
Okay.
So again, we've got KornFreak. KornFreak was out chalking before, so looks like NanceDrew came down with signs to help us out a great deal today. Hopefully you're seeing this. I don't know if I'll keep it steady there for a moment. Every once in a while, the camera's going to try to balance. How you doing, Dr. Mark? Again, thanks for the support. I appreciate everything that you've been doing for me. Great job today, NanceDrew. I love that too. And then we've got Korn. So. Meat bodies for everyone.
Meat bodies for everyone, yes.
From the founder of Scientology. And now we're looking at some Dianetics books, or Dianetic quote, right? So just go to page 3, or I'm sorry, book 3, page 484. And talking about a child kissing an adult and that being absolutely normal, even if it's passionate. Because that child is just a reincarnated operating Phaeton from a time before. All right. I saw nothing in back. Have we seen body routers or anything out in any activity?
No, checked all over
Okay.
down the street.
Yeah. Cool.
So I don't know where we're at.
Nice.
But if we see anybody, this is what
And I think there's a big enough, yeah. I definitely think there's a big enough network out here today. I like when we've got people. And Nance, did I read that right? That I think that you're heading this direction at some point?
I have these for handouts.
Nice. I like that. Yeah.
I got it off of
The one that's,
space.
okay.
SP.
Gotcha.
Space. But, you know, if they're handing stuff out, we can hand stuff out.
Absolutely correct. Yep, absolutely correct. Not sure. Let me see if I can get that to focus in. Oop. Wind got me a little bit there. Nance has found the reincarnated LRH and going to bring him home. Want to show, so FreeXenuProject, what he does is he's been printing out some business cards, and I heard him on his channel say that on his website you can get the print files for this. But let's look at that real quick. So here's the business cards that we're able to hand out from him, and just to the point, right? If you want out, we can help, and don't let Scientology abuse you at all anymore. Howdy, Carla. Thank you. Carla is our newest member. I saw she was pulled over with our interview with Natalie yesterday. That was awesome. You're allowed to work. We have to make money. Yes. Our staff pay is not that high.
There's no days off.
Right. So just gauging the reaction, right? So the couple that just passed by, they're looking at the sign, right? Maybe they'll take it in, maybe they won't take it in. The guy in yellow, right? He took a look at the sign before he came in. So, you know, these things, they're helpful, right? They're at least going to, in certain situations, it's the numbers game. You're going to slow enough people down to take interest in what's going on in this space. So I think it's really important that we realize, right? So remember, they spent millions of dollars, hundreds of millions of dollars to acquire and renovate this building. This is their retail front to the community. Shades down, right? I had a busy week this week. I wasn't really on the channel that much, so I'm going to probably conflate this week and last week a little bit. But if you were watching Nance's episode, that the lawyer, after we had left, the lawyer was going up talking to the state's attorney and saying, hey, these guys are out here, they're protesting every day. It's like, you're darn right we're protesting every day. And now I'm compelled to write a letter to that state's attorney saying, because we're against human trafficking, we're against elder abuse, we're against child abuse, we're against financial frauds. You should be too. I'm pretty sure that's what the state's attorney's job is to prosecute these people in that space. So I do want to remind that state's attorney of who he was communicating with, and that this is a benefactor of an organization that covers up crimes. So Joe Sakala, we see you. And yes, we're going to let all of the people that think your dream exchange is a promise, how it really is just meant to fund the Church of Scientology and line your own pockets. Dr. Mark, I think that's great. That I love that every time I see you in the chat, you've immediately gone over and subbed to another member's channel or another creator's channel. So thank you so much for that support. So those restaurants, there's several restaurants on the street, and Chicago oftentimes will let you get a permit to bring your restaurant out onto the street. Now they still have to create free passage, right? So you can see that if we look at this, sorry, I noticed the person doesn't really want to be on camera, but if we look at the sidewalk, you've got two major sections or blocks that might be 8 feet each, and the one side has to be open for people to transit through, and then they can open up the other side for tables and seating. And I like that. I mean, it does bring people into the neighborhood. It's beneficial to the restaurants. We want the restaurants to succeed. Yeah. They pay taxes, unlike the Church of Scientology. We get taxes from these places. There's been some construction going on here at Imprint the last few days, and it looks like they've been having some challenges with the local unions. because the union's been out here to protest them a couple of times in the past 2 weeks. You know, on these sidewalks, I do think that it's enough space for a wheelchair to get through. I wouldn't be able to say whether or not you could put a wheelchair at a table there. Let me mute for just a second. Howdy, Mama Opal. Glad to see you in here. So this is basically the same sidewalk as we saw over there, right? It's got the two larger blocks. I'm just going to walk one of these off. And my foot is very close to a 1 foot with a shoe on. It's very close to 1 foot. 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's probably only, I would say it's probably 6 feet wide in that space. One thing I'm going to do real quick, because I think we've got enough protesters out in front, I'm going to head over to Dearborn and State Street and just see if anybody got out early. Now, the good news is, even though I announced my chat, the other protesters were here very early, so they would have been able to capture anybody coming out already. Here we're down on Polk Street. So numbers-wise, you've got 600 at Harrison. Harrison is the 600 block of Chicago. There is no street at 700 that intersects with Clark. And then 800 is Polk. And the organization is at 650 Clark Street. And it's the south side. Continue. It's a beautiful day here in Chicago. My Clearwater Chad report will be beautiful. Everybody should be outside. Sun's out, guns out. I didn't show you the obligatory Dearborn Station. So here we see Dearborn Station, which is a deprecated train station, but it's used for retail space. This whole neighborhood is retail space. This will be interesting. There's a festival going on, not a festival. They do a farmer's market here in this little park. And I just want to see if there are any Scientologists in here. And if there are, I want to find out who organizes this. So if you're looking on a Google map, I'm on Dearborn Street right now at about 650 South Dearborn. And there's a little park here that's kind of it pays homage to the printing district that this is. So this neighborhood is called Printers Row. And in the printing district, the benches in here are movable type benches. So, sorry, it might get a little bit noisy in here. I've got a generator next to me. So most of what's going on here, right? It's food snacks. Sometimes I've seen vegetable and bakery in here as well.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't want to block anybody's passage through here. Here we're seeing cakes and cookies. Well, I'm seeing cakes and cookies. You're seeing nothing. Here's somebody with honey and jelly.
Thank you.
Let me go around this direction. So, plants and fruits. Ooh, look at the purple asparagus. More plants, and then some cookies, bakery goods. Hope you all had lunch before you came today. Here's cheese, and looks to be a lot of soft cheeses, which I'm a big fan of. J2K Capreo. Micro herbs. I think he blends those on site then to create drinks. Ciders and berries. Really trying to get through here to see if Scientology did try to set up a booth. Oh, look at all the size of those bagels. Basket House. So empanadas and a hot muffin. Interesting. Here we have Daniel's Natural Juice. This looks like another cheese stand. Pies and pastas. All right, it's opening up a little bit at this end, and I'm trying to look around here. This is such a great neighborhood, and again, when it was first opening, these were the things that I get a little bit more worried about, right? You're right next to a college, and it's a neighborhood where when they do the book festival here, they'll close down 2 streets, and it's a book festival, so that's going to be right in the sweet spot of what the author services is going to want to have booths at. So I'm not seeing anything Scientology here yet, which is good. So plant-based dips and oils. Nice. Nice. Gluten-free? Wheat-free? Okay. Dipping or cooking? Nice. I like people who aren't afraid of cameras, and he's got a good reason not to be afraid of cameras. Thank you, Nancy. Have a great day. So nothing in there really, concerned me about Scientology. They didn't have a booth set up. That is a weekly event. So from now, probably until late August, September, they'll be doing that farmer's market there. When I lived in this neighborhood, we would be there quite frequently. Looks like there's some cheerleaders up here. Yeah, that's very possible. I got to look at that. We do have to be out in force on that as well. And I'm sure that they will, you have to buy your tent space or your area on the streets for that. And what I do is I just want to be able to protest the organizers to say, you can't let Scientology in here, right? I understand they paid, but give them their money back and get them out. And again, I don't want to sound, the Scientology argument is going to be that I'm a bigot and I don't like religion. I don't care at all about their religious technologies or their practices and behaviors in that manner. It's the crimes that I care about, right? Howdy, C10, great to see you. Now we're heading over to State Street. Again, we really haven't seen any evidence of Scientology being out here yet. I just don't feel like I need to be in front of the org right now because we've already there's 3 protesters back there right now. And as I mentioned earlier, the mods are usually in several of these chats. So if they think there's anything significant for me to go back and help with, they know to notify me and get me back over there. I will be here tomorrow, probably Monday. Now tomorrow might be bad weather. I know that I heard it's bad weather, but I don't know if it's all day bad weather or if it's going to rain in the morning and then it'll be fine. So there are women over here in dark suits. I would not be concerned. I think this is a graduation that's going on over here. So Jones College Prep looks to have something going on here. These people have suits that don't have the nice piping. So as Shannon would say, they won't let you work in a theater with the suits that these people have on. You couldn't be the flight attendant Yeah, and I'm just walking past their, they have a gated park right here, and all of the students are in suits. So I feel it's graduation day or something of that nature. Yeah, and Marina, if I have your email, just like today, what I typically do is I will send out a BCC blast to all of the emails that I have that are in the area, just to let them know that I'll be down here. Just to remind everybody, that's not to tell everybody come down here, here's what the schedule for the day is. It's just a courtesy element of me letting other protesters know that, hey, if you want to be down there when I'm down there, this will be your best chance. And it also might be the idea that says, right, well, if Wendy says he's going to be here from time A to time B, maybe I want to take from time B to time C. So again, just courtesy going on there. We're still not seeing any real activity. Now, it's, oh, haha. We do have a Scientologist here handing out the way to happiness. You're done passing out for the day. Stop being in public. Call the police. Stop being in public. Let me see who else is down here. Okay, so yeah, the other one that assaulted me is down here as well. So the girl in the white. It's Scientology. It's a cult. It's a cult of Scientology. You don't want that. They human traffic. These people, they bring people from foreign countries and they steal their passports, take them away from them. Danny Masterson. They won't tell you but it's Scientology. That's how deceptive they are. They're not even telling you that it's Scientology. Danny Masterson raped 3 women and the church wouldn't let his victims come to the police. That's this organization. Look up Danny Masterson, look up Lisa McPherson. She died at their hands. She died at their hands. Sorry, I'm not really saying anything. Very possible. Well, the one thing is she wants to call the police, which I'll be happy with. So now they've rebundled it. The bag and the shirt has that circle with, you know, a wavy horizon and the sun there. Sorry, I just slowed down for a minute because I want to look at the 4 gentlemen that she handed off the flyers to. I think that they understood what I was saying. Not sure why they wanted to. Not sure why they wanted to keep the flyers, but, and also I didn't ask for them, so shame on me. Folks, this is, again, when I mentioned that it's always good if we have more people down here, since there are people at the org, I can rove a little bit, right? And yeah, it's a gamble. Maybe we would have found somebody, maybe we wouldn't have. But if I'm stuck at the org, then I can't be out here doing this. And again, they've closed up shop, right? So, yep, they probably handed out flyers prior to me getting here, but they're done for now. Ma'am, that's the Church of Scientology. The Church of Scientology just gave you that. It's propaganda. You don't want it.
Oh, yeah.
Do you want that?
No.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Where do you get in? Did you want scholarship?
These guys will probably be able to help you better.
How do you get in the college?
I need to see my Gothams. So we're at State Street in Harrison. Thank you, Carla. You know, I think I understand. I can see those chats. That what I'd rather do is stay with these two. I think they're more dangerous than us not being able to put the signs up. And hey, police, when you review the tapes, notice the distance that I'm giving. And I did not make contact with them. The blonde woman told me not to follow her and she would call the police. I let her know that as soon as she leaves public ground, I will stop following her. I think they're going to try and push into the business district. It's less opportunistic in that area, just because on the weekends, right, the central business district is not as busy on the weekends. We're heading north on State Street, just about to come up to what used to be the Congress Expressway, but is now Ida B. Wells. If I have any X's in or any under the radars, I see the 2 in the from there. Would that be the staff member or the person handing it out that would have put the 2 in there? Or is this, you hand it out and then ask the person you handed it to give it to somebody? Just curious on that. That's a Church of Scientology. It's a cult. It's a cult of Scientology. That's what you just received. I can see that she's trying to text on her phone. And by the way, I do have my body camera on today as well. So for some reason, State Street is closed going north. Not sure. Oh, you know what? I saw a medal in one of the coffee shops. So I'm guessing that it's there was a road race down here today. And this might be a road closure for that. Sorry, I just stopped to read Steve's comment. What's their claim this time? Right? The idea, it's not taped, right? It's a natural substance holding the signs down. Okay, so they're going to go into the library. Now, the library gives them a couple of avenues of escape here. I'm not going to go in there. I'm allowed to go in there. And actually, I think I'm even allowed to film in there. I'm just not strong enough on my First Amendment elements. But there are 3 ways that they can get out of here. So what I'm going to do, they might just play the hedgehog game and bunker down for a little bit. What I'm going to do is kind of walk back and forth on Van Buren. Van Buren is where the train tracks ahead of me are, so that I can see this corner and I can see the other corner. You know what? I don't think, maybe they can only get out on 2 sides. We'll see that in just a second. Yeah, the tree is somewhat codified, so I understand that. And again, I think that it's a very narrowly scoped decision to say that that would be marking a tree. But the ones that were just supported by rocks, I don't understand what their claim is there. By the way, just a reminder, the blonde woman wanted to call the police. Well, we just walked past 4 police and she didn't call them over. So she thinks the threat is enough to get me to leave. The only reason I'm coming down here is I don't think that you can get out of the library on this side. You can though. Okay, so I'm gonna walk back and forth for a little bit. So if you see where the woman in the pink top is, that was a door. We're gonna walk back and forth across the Harold Washington Memorial Library. Harold Washington was the first Black mayor of Chicago. If you've watched the channel before, we've talked about the Cultural Center, which is up at the north end of Grant Park. That used to be the library. It also has the world's largest Tiffany. It's a great wedding venue, or you see it used as a wedding venue or a corporation event space quite a bit. Yeah, I just want to make sure that I can see down there. So they haven't come out this door again. Folks, I think it's going to be a little bit boring for a bit. I'm going to just shutter back and forth between these 2 corners. Yeah, it's a really strangely narrowly decided element here. Their claim is that they own the public works and this defacing costs the city money, right? I don't think it costs the city money, and especially when you think about chalk, right? It comes off with rain, and we don't force the Scientologists to clean it up. They choose to clean it up. So we're not getting anybody out here yet. So something that's a little bit interesting about State Street, right? We saw the closure up there, and it's probably, like I said, there's most likely a running event going on here. The running events a lot of times end up in Grant Park, but they'll take some of these streets to get there. And they want to stop traffic a block before they get to the intersection so that the traffic doesn't get stuck in there, the car traffic. during Mayor Jane Byrne, and she was the first female mayor of Chicago, during her tenure, she closed the State Street to street traffic and made it a pedestrian parkway. So I think it was from Congress, but it might have been from Van Buren, which is the road just behind me. From there all the way down to Lake Street, was pedestrian only. So you could walk down the middle of the street, and it was just it was a plaza, like an outdoor mall per se. Folks, if you're just joining me, we've got two body routers who are passing out the way to happiness. They have handed off several of them. I've received one of them back. It's a thick book. 74 pages long. But the two body routers, or Sidewalk, darn it, what was the term Aaron used? But the two body routers went into the library. And there's a couple of reasons I don't want to go in the library. One is they can ask me to, I think they can ask me to turn off the camera in there. And I just don't know enough about whether or not a public library is a governmental office or if it's something else. And I'm uncomfortable, and I don't think that I should take my legal advice across chat just yet. The other one that I wouldn't want to go in there is because I would have to become, there's times where I come in very close proximity to them, and that I don't like my defensibility in that space. Let's recall back a little bit to the conversation with Natalie yesterday, right?
Is this what the police? What's going on with the police?
I think there was a road race today, and they were just blocking traffic so the runners could get through, but I'm not positive. Sorry. And Natalie had mentioned, by the way, I say Nance and Natalie a lot. I hope you guys are correcting my mispronunciations in your heads. When Natalie and I were talking yesterday, that something big is going on here in Chicago. And it is a place that I think we have to be worried about Scientology's presence, that they are not the backwaters of Scientology anymore. They are very aggressive. This is now the third front group that I've seen them passing out, right? And I don't know if we would call Way to Happiness a front group, but Way to Happiness is a very deceptive book, right? That it's the lost leader to get them in the door. It sounds all nice and warm and fuzzy. And then they have you buy the Book of Dianetics or take the personality test. Hey, Little Potato, how you doing? Again, if you're just joining, we have two body routers kind of stuck inside of the Chicago Public Library. I caught them out in front of Jones College Prep. They were handing out Way to Happiness to the people that were, it was a very crowded area, right? There seems to be some kind of high school graduation going on there today. So they were there opportunistically handing out their Way to Happiness to as many people as they could. Kind of looking down the street here, and I still don't see, I can't tell that they've emerged. I'm pretty comfortable they can't watch me, but OSA probably, oh, by the way, hi OSA. OSA probably can, or the DSA, by the way, the DSA that wanted to reveal my name in public, and you can see how much that bothered me, right, DSA? I don't care that people know my name. Yeah, absolutely. So the only thing that I can think right now is they just, hey, hunker down for 15 minutes or something of that nature. And again, I'm kind of looking down here to scan. Did they cross the street? Did they get down there? So I don't see them here again. But the ploy would be, right, hey, DSA or OSA watching the video and kind of working in concert with them, texting them saying, go now, right? Now, I don't think that these two are anywhere near as mobile as the younger male, and please don't take that as the sexist statement that it sounded like. We've absolutely seen that the other bounty router will attempt to run on me. He's just not very successful at it. Have the police left the organization? Oh, this is awesome. So they did, one of them walked out. So no, that's not her. Sorry, I'm kind of trying to keep, no, that's not her. Sorry. You know, that's a good point. I do want to go in there and mention that. So I don't know if you can see down there, but in Chicago we have a lot of horse patrols. So there's a couple of horses down there on the sidewalk. But yeah, I'm going to go inside for just a moment and see if I can detect that they're handing things out. I'm going to turn the camera off. I'll keep the microphone on. She's right behind me. Excuse me, sir. I'm not recording on this. That woman right there, she came in from Scientology, and she's handing out flyers.
Oh, inside here?
Yeah, I would appreciate that we not do that.
Yeah.
Right.
Check with actually the security guy, let him know. Yeah.
No problem. Howdy, sir. The two females right here, they're handing out these on the street, and they came in here. So they're from the Church of Scientology. They shouldn't be passing out anything in here, but I just wanted to make you aware of the fact that
Where they pass them out at?
they were passing them out on the street. I'm pretty sure they came in here to start passing them out.
Unless we see them do it.
All right, no problem. If we could just keep your eye out for it, though, I appreciate it. I just waited to the one, and the dark-haired female is heading back out. So you can see that now she has black on, right? Before she had white on. Thank you for the suggestion, right? The ability for us to push them out of there. She saw me walking north, so now she's switched back to walking south. Sorry to repeat myself for you folks that have stayed in the whole time, but we're tracking a body router right now, and today they're handing out the Way to Happiness booklet. Yeah, I'm sure that expectations were high. She's on the phone talking to somebody. something very odd happened, and I'm very lucky. My extra microphone has a magnet on it, and I walked past a post, and it pulled the microphone out of my pocket. Fortunately, I heard a strange noise, and I was able to go retrieve it. But we've got the dark-haired female, again, the one that did come and approach me and assaulted me and did what the police said you're not allowed to do. However, when the police saw that they did it to me, oh, that's no big deal. Don't worry about that. So today, the real objective here, right, is to stop the passing out of flyers. And today's flyer just happens to be Way to Happiness. We've seen 3 different versions of Dianetics. One of them came out with the football player when they were announcing the season 6 of the channel. She stopped, so I'm going to stop. So one of them was when they announced season 6 of Scientology. Then there's just the basic plain red one. And then I saw another one that Israel picked up yesterday. So she's grabbing her cigarette. Their lifeblood to renew this organization is to continually bring in new recruits. And as I've said before, it's highly unlikely that I'm going to get a Scientologist to leave Scientology. Here comes the other one. It's highly unlikely that I'm going to get a Scientologist to leave Scientology She did just stand up over here. Got her. So the blonde girl went down the alley, and the girl with the dark hair just kind of switched over to the other side of the bench, so she's over in the sun. I'm not really equipped to talk people out of leaving or into leaving Scientology. All right, folks, since she's on the move, I'm going to follow her, and I understand that now they're split up. So one of them might have more success than the other, but if this one's going to be active, I'll go follow this one. Our ability to help stop them from recruiting is, I think, the greatest strength that I can offer to helping stop Scientology. Guys out here doing clips in the alley. We're going to be able to go past some horses. So she did just hand one off. Miss, it was the Church of Scientology. That was the Church of Scientology. They're a cult. They're human trafficking. They elder abuse. You don't want that. It's very dangerous. Be very careful. I think that was a ESL problem there. So we're still moving forward. I'm going to kind of fast walking and try and get past this crowd because she's coming up to too many people. So she tried to give them off. Nobody wants them. Don't take it. Church of Scientology.
Yeah, I believe in it.
Notice that I backed up to let her come by. Now, I'm sure that, well, she's on the phone, I can tell that. Probably in concert with the other one to say, hey, you can move now. What I might do is see if I can go recruit Jay to wander with me, or Lisa, or Larry. Whoops. Sorry. Yeah, Esuna Secta would work for Latin. She was a different continent altogether. She was Asian. It's the Church of Scientology. They're a cult. They're a cult. They're a cult. Sir, that's a Church of Scientology. They're a cult. Esuna Secta. Yeah. Do you want that? Thank you. Got him. Oh, these aren't police horses. They look like parade events, so they're U.S. Cavalry. Stagecoach production mentoring. Howdy, guys. Parade today, or?
Yeah, it's on stage.
All right, nice. All good. And if I could remind everybody in my chat that at the top of the chat, on days like today, hey, bring water, you idiot. Hello, whoever she's on the phone with. As you can see, that I'm a very respectful distance away from her, easily 50 feet. So just send her back home. She's not going to be able to pass out anymore today. You're going to frustrate one of your members. they're eventually going to quit because they can't overcome the truth. And as I was watching, sorry, we're getting a train overhead right now. As I was watching, I think it was Korn heading up here, right? The only way to get people to really control people is to lie to them. So you keep on lying to your staff members. Let them know what they're doing is good. So today I was wrong. It's not. It isn't a running event. It's a parade. So there's a parade coming down State Street, and I just heard over the police radio that the parade is stepping off. Thank you, Sally. Thank you, Penny. I will say that at the very least, he's persistent. There might be better ways, and this is retail, but it's the way that I know how to do it. So it's the way that I'm going to keep doing it. Hi. Please don't approach me. Please don't approach me. Please don't approach me. Please don't approach me. I'm giving you fair warning not to approach me. I feel intimidated. I will defend myself. This is not her home. Howdy. By the way, there's a Scientologist right here. There's a Scientologist passing out propaganda. This Scientologist is passing out propaganda, and I'm asserting my First Amendment right to prevent her from doing so. She approached me. Are you in public, ma'am? Are you in public? Yes, you're in public. You're in public passing out your cult information. I don't like your cult information. I'm going to inform people about the cult that you want to pass them out. I did wave the whole time. You know what? I need to get Jay's camera so you can see me two ways. That I did wave to her the whole time she was cam backing me.
Go right behind the squad car. Yeah, right behind the squad car. So it was very competitive. So I ran cross country.
Please don't approach me. I feel. Thank you. I know you've got a real job right now. She's with the cult of Scientology, which I know you don't care about, and she's passing out flyers. I'm just contacting people behind her. She keeps on calling the police saying that I'm threatening her, and I'm in no way a threat to her. She's approached me several times. I've never approached her.
Just avoid her and just walk the other way.
No, I don't want her to pass out flyers. This is cultic information. They do human trafficking. Am I allowed to do anything I want to on public property?
Ma'am, you cross on that side, ma'am. On the other side, please. All the way by the squad car. How about this? How about go away? You guys separate from each other so we don't have any of this. You interfere with. I understand.
This is my life.
You're not helping yourself out. Walk away from him and you can get away from the nonsense.
And I haven't communicated with her at all. I've only communicated with.
Go the other way, my man.
I can't let her hand out this flyer. So, but again, I'm not approaching her. Video shows it.
With her, now you're interfering the same way she's interfering with you.
Right.
You can't interfere with her doing anything.
I agree with that 100%. I 100%. I've said it 1,000 times on the tape. Her First Amendment right to pass it out, my First Amendment right to inform. You wouldn't do anything when they touched me. Oh, damn it. I need name and badge number on that. Maybe I'll see it on the body cam. The body cam has much better footage, and I do the body cam in 4K. So I can usually pick things up a little bit better off. Howdy, Dave. So she's trying to create an evidence trail that I am interfering with her. And I have, she has approached me several times. I have never approached her. By the way, we have 2 Way to Happiness flyers. There were 2 originally. They were near the Jones College prep school, was having a graduation. I want to take a wide berth around this corner, just so that you can't be hiding around the corner. The other one is I do have officer who looks at her picture. Please note she's walking towards me. Please note she's walking towards me. I am standing still. At no time today have I approached that woman. She has approached me several times. She has tried to communicate with me. I've responded to her communication. She did not like my responses. She is passing out cultic brochures for the Church of Scientology, an organization which is known to do human trafficking, elder abuse, child abuse, financial frauds, and they protect their members from the police when their members commit crimes. So read that into the record, officer. No, there's a Scientologist behind you who's trying to pass out flyers, and I won't let her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, hey, mods, please go ahead and add the a link for, I think if you're not a mod, it'll be deleted. So mods, I have no problem if we promote Cubs. And Cubs, I'm pretty sure Cubs not only oftentimes does Boston, but I think that we'll see him in DC and Philadelphia on occasion as well. Yeah, that cop was absolutely wrong. And also the idea of, yeah, they're a human trafficking cult. Oh. I love it when the cops are not my problem. Hello, officer. She's now a block away from me taking a picture of me, as though that means that I'm threatening her. You'll also notice that when she walks towards me, I back up. When they went into the library, I was kind of confounded because all I could do was kind of watch to wait until they came out. And somebody in the chat, I can't remember who, but somebody in the chat said, hey, go in and tell security. So I did go in and tell security, and once I did that, it kind of pushed them out. If you look at SP's space, he's probably live right now, or he was when I started. So Cubs. So we've been out here for about an hour. We have 2 Way to Happiness brochures. I think that this person will really love when the police come and I show her raising her fist at me, and that I'm the one that is intimidating. So she's either trying to call the police or she's calling back to OSER DSA. Howdy. My hope is that the police do come. A, she has no grounds, and B, I'll be able to show them that the things that they accuse me of actually occur from the other side. And when they do from the other side, the police don't do anything to prevent it or to protect the public. Hello, officer. As you can notice, I am 1 street width away from this person. This street is 3 lanes wide and has 2 shoulders. It is Clark Street at Ida B. Wells. Yeah, and by the way, Ms. Bramlett, I 100% believe that's going to be a true statement. I will also tell you that in no way have I stalked her. There has been no threat of violence. She, on 2 separate occasions, has raised her fist at me, which, in any sense of the word, is a threat of violence. I think we'll get back to the org now. I've given that guy some information before. Hello, officer. The person from the cult passing out flyers is taking a picture of you, telling you that I'm trying to stalk them. However, you can see that I'm a street distance away from them, or street width away from them. So she's just, I'm pretty sure she's retreating to the org. We should see the police. My expectation is they're going to try to call up the police. It'll be fun to subpoena that phone, won't it? Cubs champion 16. Yep, thank you. I've been in contact with every person who sent something else. These garbage cans are, again, because it's kind of end of semester and as the college students are leaving. We knew that wasn't going to happen. How you doing? Don't your members are clear. They should have perfect recall. How come they don't know that door is locked? Now I'll ask the other question. Why in the hell is a church locking their doors? The cop did it? That's illegal.
Got a bucket and filled it with water, came out and dumped it, and then did another one and dumped it on that.
That's got to be illegal. Did you guys get name and badge number?
Yes.
Okay.
Doyle 177. Somebody help me in the chat.
Oh, ma'am.
Thank you. I sort of felt it.
Or miss or whatever's that.
Yeah, he came out and did it and said he's got to come back one more time.
They also offer jobs.
Oh, can I get one of those? Or are you going to hand them out?
No, you can have one. So I caught them at Jones College Prep. She told the police officer, "This man's following me," and the police officer said, "We'll go the other way." And then the cop told me to go the other way. No, I haven't been anywhere near her. I haven't touched her. I haven't approached her. I'm not going to do that. I've told her every time that she has her First Amendment right to pass out her propaganda. Yeah. I have my First Amendment right to contact people and let them know what they just received in that space. So, thank you, Sally. And by the way, Cubs is doing great out there. He's got a lot of the East Coast covered.
You never find your way without that book. That book can solve a lot of world disasters. Yeah.
How you doing, Ellie?
How's it going? Good to see you. Oh, you got your own? How many copies do you have?
I got both these.
I'll be looking forward to hearing.
They were passing them out at Jones College. So
Really?
yeah. Then they tried to go up. This one I got on like Van Buren.
Oh. Were they in the regular vests?
No. So they were in a white shirt with a round icon that had a wavy horizon and a sun.
Okay.
Might be the back of this. No, it wasn't this. But it kind of had these colors to it.
So you could still kind of tell it?
Well, what it was, I just knew it was the one that assaulted me 2 weeks ago, and the blonde girl.
It was really?
Yeah.
The blonde one just came in. Oh,
Yeah. How do you
she
think
had a sweater over. She had a sweater over her.
Yep. Why do you think she just came back in?
Yeah, okay. And she took our pictures as she came in.
Yep. She's been taking my pictures. She's trying to say that I've been stalking. Yeah. Ellie said something awesome. Just let the woman know I'm married.
You know the way now?
They were over at Jones College.
Oh,
so
they're doing the parade.
Yes, but and the dark-haired girl is still out there. The blonde girl has been trying to take pictures of me, and she's been telling the police that I'm following them, and it's like
she just came here and took a picture.
She's approached me several times. I've got film of her approaching me. There's no film of me approaching her.
We're standing here. What's your problem?
Yep.
Although, with that sergeant,
Yep.
anything's possible.
I agree. I'll 1983 him too.
Unbelievable.
I can't believe that they actually did the work. that
He
I'm
brought the fucking
I'm-
in and
I'm
got the
paying your
fucking-
taxes.
Yeah.
They pay you nothing.
I said, how much are you making for this?
Like when she said, you know what that says, and she told him that what it said, and he goes, I know.
He seemed kind of sympathetic.
Yeah.
Because I said, we just want them to know that they're molesting kids here. Like,
Correct.
Well, you notice he didn't scrub nothing. He just dumped.
no,
it.
he just dumped the water and left.
Good.
And told us that if he has to come back out, he's writing citations. He took the stuff off the tree. He took all the signs.
What was his claim on the rocks?
Oh, it's public property. You're not allowed city property. You're not allowed to have anything on city property.
That's not true. That's
You look back,
in-
right?
Yeah.
that's on city property. This is on city
He
property.
said we can't mark city property. So yeah, he took
There was no
all
marking.
that.
What was the marking?
No, I know. That's what I said. They're rocks. He goes, well, you can't affix it to the sidewalk. I said,
It's not affixed to the sidewalk.
He goes, well, you can't use the rocks. And then I had
Everything
clips
is
on
really
some of them.
can't,
I
what
said,
you
well,
can't,
those are.
Yeah, you can't.
I'll write you a
What's
citation.
he
You
gonna
want
tell
to
me
take it
for
to
why I
court?
can't put this on my school?
And again, I think that one of us is going to have to do that. I don't want to be that one, and I'm not even offering anybody else to. But
I just.
all right, let me see if they're speaking out the back.
Now there are freshmen moving in.
Okay, and yeah, they just moved out, and that's what the garbage cans were for. And I'm sure the garbage cans are still there to get rid of the garbage left behind by the.
Right, and they are painting in there, but some are moving in already.
Yeah, nice.
So. And
Um,
they ordered food delivered,
ah,
so it must be nice to have a paycheck from someplace other than
correct.
their $47.
All right, I'm gonna walk around back.
Okay.
I'll do a lap. I think that today I might head home about an hour early and just head to the first district and let them know again that they've warned me not to do things, but this organization does those same things, and share with them a little bit of the film that we've got today. Thank you, Penny. I see lights coming down the street. I want to see what. So this cop car flashed his lights when he came around onto South Clark Street. But he's driving by. Yeah. So you saw his brake lights, but it was really because of the stoplight at the bottom. So he's driving by. Ah. How you doing? You think you'll have success? I think he's just going to lunch. I don't see any flyers in his pocket. If you want out, SBTV Foundation will let you out. We're here to help you. So that's the body router that I see most often, but I can tell from his pocket that he just has his hands in his pocket. He is likely going to 7-Eleven. That seems to be one of his favorite places to grab lunch. I just want to go down the alley here to see if we can find the protesters trying to sneak out the back. It's a very common tactic that if I'm able to make them walk in the front door, they will try to regroup and come out the back door. There are 2 people down there, but they're staff members. I don't think that was, that definitely wasn't, because she had a blue suit on. And I don't remember ever seeing the blonde woman in a blue staff suit. Yeah, Penny, one of the things that I kind of mentioned yesterday on Natalie's channel is that I tend not to be aggressive and overly vocal and telling them directly they're a cult. I always ask them, tell me anything positive about your church. Only because every day they go back in and their bosses tell them I'm Satan. And I am not acting irrationally out here. And I'm not saying that it's irrational to do that, but I'm not giving them any reason to think that I might have any kind of issues. I'm straight up asking them simple questions. So it's not stalking, because stalking has to be an intent to inflict or try to cause harm. And it's also under the First Amendment. She is doing a First Amendment activity, which is to pass out that flyer. I am doing a First Amendment activity, which is to prevent her from having success with the people that she sends that out to. If you look at stalking, and I had a video, I think it's the video that says CPD supports the church and won't work against my assault. It's on it might be the top video right now. And in there, you'll see that I show the Chicago ordinance for stalking. And stalking has the intent of causing or inflicting a battery or an assault. If we think about it, the woman in the black jacket is walking behind the person in the white t-shirt. That's absolutely fine, right? And to Sally's point, I vocally say that I'm keeping a distance, and I actually keep a distance. Congratulations. Runner with her winner's medallion on, or finisher's medal on. Also, if you'll go back through that sequence, you'll notice that at no point did I really close ground on her, but several times she closed ground on me. And that is what the police will tell you, that, hey, if you do that, they can defend themselves. And that's why you heard me say, if you keep approaching, I will defend myself. It is my right to keep my personal space to myself. Now, I will tell you that I am not going to make first contact with any of these Scientologists, just because I know that they will try to turn the story, and they'll be the first ones to call a cop, and they have all the cops' personal phone numbers. So it doesn't go through 911 the way that my phone call is going to go through 911. The other one with that, I think on that same video, and it's right at the top of the video. No, it's the video that I gave Natalie a couple of days ago, where she was doing the CCHR, and she raised her fist to me. So to think that I am stalking somebody when they raise their fist at me, it's rather humorous to me. So far today, and FreeXenuProject has been a benefactor of mine. Every time I get multiple copies of propaganda, he usually gets one. So I think that he scans them and puts them to good use, but you could probably find this online electronically as well. So if we look down this alley, so I know that there's some new people in. We've had quite a few new subscribers since the interview yesterday. I really appreciate that. Thank you all for stopping by. The way that this building is set up is this alley back here, you can only exit either here or at the other end, or you have to walk in the back door of one of these buildings. There's no like alleyways to get you out to the sidewalk. So their back door is back here, and it's, I don't know, we'll walk down there. That this organization is in the middle of a strip of buildings. So these buildings go, cheek to cheek from Harrison all the way down to Polk Street. The only way, again, to get to the street, if you're not at one of the ends of the alley, is to walk through one of the buildings. What might be interesting is this new building that's going up. I don't know if they'll have a rear fence or if they will have the ability to walk through. So that'll be interesting. It's something to keep my eye on. There's a staff member just walked in the bottom of the alley. You can see the gold vest and the white shirt. So this building is just now being erected. And by the way, it went up fast, right? So in the time that we've been protesting down here, which is only late February, early March, it's closed in almost all the way to the top. It looks like there's only 2 floors that aren't closed in. And like I said, this will remain no pass-through, and this will remain no pass-through. So I don't think that you can walk through to the street from here. It'd be interesting to see if this guy notices me and turns around, which is something kind of common. They don't like to be on camera for some reason. We can't let their extended family know that they're still around and where they might be located at. Anything positive to share about the church? We heard the resounding silence. Ooh, they're getting graffitied. So this is the infamous trash can for the Church of Scientology. And you can see that it's locked up top. There still happens to be a flyer down here for SPTV Foundation. The person that just went out to go eat lunch, the body router, he is coming back with his lunch, heading back here. I'm going to stay here just so I don't walk towards him. All right. I've been tricked by this before. Is she coming physically or is she coming virtually? Ooh, the Cisco truck at the top is going to be one of the restaurant supply companies coming in. So yeah, he went over and got his big gulp at 7-Eleven. That is awesome. Isn't it strange that they keep you locked out? I can help with your stats. We just have to leave the church. L. Ron Hubbard said, the only way to control somebody is to lie to them. You realize you've been lied to, right? Hey, boss, can you please open the back door, please? Have you stopped mocking your reactive mind? I hope I don't give you pneumonia. Oh, he's smiling. The corner of his mouth is smiling. Want to go have lunch someday? I'll take you to lunch. I'll let you know what the church won't tell you. Doesn't it seem strange that you're locked out? Yeah, but Ellie, you're biased. I appreciate your bias, though. I enjoy the support. Again, everybody, big kudos to the mods. While I'm out there on the street, and I haven't really had interviews today, But right, while I'm out there on the street trying to watch where the body routers are going and everything of that nature, I never have to worry about what's going on in the chat. The mods make sure that everything is taken care of there. And I appreciate Dee, you know, it was great that you let me know what was going out front. The mods kind of have a network as well, and they're monitoring a lot of stuff. So if they think something is important to me, they're definitely doing it. They're definitely alerting me. Now, I would say, as I've always said, don't expect the other guy to do it. So I always appreciate you doing that, but please don't feel offended if I don't immediately head out front on that. Sally's another one of the great mods. I see Sally in a lot of these rooms. I'm going to let the Cisco guy come down and get past me. Just kind of want to look back real quick. Another Scientologist so there is a Scientologist down there looking outside. I can see his arm out. It's the older gentleman that was walking up the alley when I asked him anything positive to say about the church. That car is driving into Columbia's garage. So Columbia has a garage that goes underneath. I know that you guys can't see it on there. And by the way, I need help from my YouTube guru again. Yes, I mean you, whoever is listening there. I want to be able to set up the live streams or schedule the live streams in StreamYard, but I want to be able to go live. We can help you out of the church anytime you want to. Do you have anything positive to say about the church? L. Ron Hubbard said the only way to really control somebody is to lie to them. So you know you're being lied to, right? The lies that they tell you to tell me are the same lies they use against you. Sorry, where was I at? I want to be able to schedule them on StreamYard, but then actually activate them through YouTube Native. Because in YouTube Native, I think when I'm on the street, sadly, I'm not going to be able to star comments anymore on the street, but I can play with the focal distance, so the zooms. Oh, this is funny. I'm pretty sure I just saw another Scientologist around the corner. The older female redhead. They do come back to this street if they can get by me because it's just quieter, right? So if they're in the alley, their fear is I'll come by and interrupt their smoking. But yeah, the person in red there with the black top, she's a staff member. She's going to come back here and just have her cigarette. Or more often than not, she's just back here having her cigarette. Hello, Xenofreak. And I appreciate that. I think Natalie brought the best out on me. And I really appreciate, we did get a lot of new views and we got a lot of new subscribers. I appreciate that. Something to remind you is a lot of times as I exit the lives, we might take a little tour of the area or the rail system. And then I've got another channel, Wendy Wanders the City. But I'll be honest with you, it's this week I was traveling, did a couple of things for a work client. I just wasn't able to do too much on either channel. Thank you, Crows. Appreciate it. Howdy, I'll run liar. So today, for those of you just joining me, we were able to track down some body routers, and the body routers today had the way to happiness. They were in front of a graduation at Jones College Prep, which is over on State Street, so that's 3 blocks away from here. There were 2 of them doing it. I was able to prevent them really from passing any out. They still passed some out. I was able to at least challenge the people that they gave them to let them know what they had just received. And then they split up. The one then tried to start stating the claim that I was stalking, and at no point had I come any really nearer them. Now the other one, the dark-haired woman, is still out there. So I do have to go find her eventually. Howdy, MD Media and team. Nance is getting her car all ready. L. Ron Hubbard policy, the only way to control people is to lie to them. So you understand you're being lied to, right? Sorry, just backing out a little bit, give you guys a little bit wider view. So since they won't let us put the signs on the ground, we're putting the signs on ourselves and on the car. Earlier today, I was able to intercept 2 body routers, and I received 2 of the way to happiness. So today's protest or today's propaganda du jour is the way to happiness. Do you feel like can you take a walk?
Sure.
I think. Well, first of all, let's see. It's 12:45, so there's going to be a lot of staff members coming in.
Yeah, let me get where you going.
The reason I want to say it is that the other one is there's still another body router out there.
Okay.
I want to see if we can go kind of close in on her.
Sure.
Yep. So this woman, I saw her. This is the woman. Remember, I told you that the woman that walked the one street behind, so she could smoke freely. Well, here she is coming up the street and ready to go into the org. And then the 2 behind are Cicalas. So the Cicalas are on duty.
Yeah.
It is beautiful out here today.
Oh, you locked out. Uh-oh. Wow, they locked you out, huh?
Anything positive to say about the Cicala Clubhouse?
What about this
How's DreamWorks doing here today?
girl kissing a grown man and says that she should be able to kiss him passionately without a problem. Do you believe that? I don't. I think that a 7-year-old girl shouldn't be kissing a man at all.
Absolutely, Penny, and that's kind of what I want to recruit FreeXenu into.
All right, let me grab my backpack.
Yep.
All right, guys.
Yes. There's a name of this city, as I recall. How you doing, Nance?
It was nice before.
We just got a honk if you. So, be careful. Be careful with the phone on the gimbal or the. We're gonna go over to Jones College.
Uh-oh.
Out of battery.
No.
Oh.
For whatever reason.
So this morning, when I was out, we had plenty of protesters here. They were chalking and they were putting signs out here. So I took a tour around the neighborhood, and we found 2 body routers over by Jones College Prep. And over at Jones College Prep, they were handing out the way to happiness. I was able to procure several of them. Sorry. We're trying to compete with the wind right now. Howdy, Rika. Good to have you in here. Now, you'll see that, sorry, I'm going to do a little bit of copyright protection, 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 copyright protection. Just get past the Paisans blast music pretty loud. We did catch 2 body routers. They went into the Chicago Public Library, and I didn't want to go inside to film. Here we've got another staffer coming to work. Yep.
What can I do police-wise, like to report that incident with that cop and how you can handle that?
I think that we just have to go file a complaint at, now I would call COPA. COPA would
I think I'm
handle
going
it.
to do that.
COPA is the easiest way to start. So that reference was that you can't work on behalf of the public, and especially you can't work on behalf of an organization not paying taxes. So what we're talking about is that earlier today we had chalk on the sidewalk, and the police came, and the police went inside to grab a bucket of water, and they came out with a bucket of water and splashed it on the chalk, which at that point they're doing work for the church. That is not their duty. They are not being paid to help the church clean up their crap, right? So, oh, were you guys over like in front of Paisans or?
No, we were like waiting.
Yeah. Well, none of it's there. Yeah. We're gonna head. What I'm gonna want to do is go over to Jones College again and see if that's where she came back to, because there was a lot of people there. Now the downside is there's a parade here in Chicago as well today, so there's going to be a lot of people over there on State Street. I'm going to stay outside because they have loud music. So Half Sour plays their music kind of loud too. The blonde woman. Oh, by the way, when they went into the Chicago Public Library, I was kind of stymied a little bit. What I did is I kind of just walked, because there's 3 ways to exit that building. I just kind of walked back and forth to see if I could figure out when they came out. And one of the chat members said, "Hey, just go in and tell security." And I did, and then they came out immediately. How you doing today? What'll happen is if they try to split up, I think there's only going to be one of them right now. Yeah. Now I'm still not going to approach them. So what I kind of showed my audience, there's a festival going on in that little park right there, and that I thought would have been another opportunity that we would have seen a Scientology table out. And no. You know what? It doesn't hurt us to. Let's go ahead and we'll go by there. Yeah. So I went by earlier just to check, but you're right. Any number of people could have come out since I left here. Today is a beautiful day in Chicago. Once they came out of the library, they did split up. So I kind of had to make a decision: do I follow the dark-haired girl or the blonde girl? And I first went towards. I chose to try to stay on the tail of the black-haired girl or dark-haired girl, and then she sat down to smoke. So I then went and tracked the blonde woman, and she tried to hand off flyers 2 more times. One time I had somebody with the victim was English as a second language, so I couldn't really make. They'll be today. They're in a white shirt. The white shirt has a round icon in the back with a wavy horizon and a sun over the horizon. Yep. At least they were. Now the body router that I see most often is dressed in all black. and he just went and got lunch. So we're kind of looking, oh yeah, I should do copyright stuff. Sorry for slamming you with all that, folks. I just don't want the music to cause me a problem in that space. So we came through here earlier and we didn't really see any presence of Scientology out here. But they will do a book festival here next month. And they closed down the street for that, and that's going to be right up the alley of the authors group. What's the author services? Howdy, Marina. I'm sorry, Marissa. No. So the, do you know where the public library is at? Copyright. Do you know where the public library? Yeah. So just ahead of us is, yeah, I understand. Thank you, Philip. So Philip, I don't know if how long you've been listening, but today they've been passing out Way to Happiness. I've been able to collect a couple of copies of that. I was able to interact with everybody that they handed it off to. I think the victims were listening. So I can kind of hang my hat on that. And then they got a little bit frustrated, so they walked away from where I found them. And they walked into the Chicago Public Library. And eventually I had to call upon the security guard to let them know that, hey, there's Scientologists in here with some media to pass out. Nice. The blonde girl, tried to make the case that I was stalking her. She went and talked to the police. The police said, just walk away from them. And I really haven't been walking at them at any point in time, and I never really approached them. I don't care to talk to the Scientologist. I care to talk to the person that they hand the flyers off to. The woman with black hair is still out, so I just want to see if FreeXenu and I can kind of detect her. It is a beautiful day here in Chicago. Last night, if you weren't watching, Israel Brownfield, he collected a new Dianetics book, which I had not seen before. So kudos to Brownstein. Israel Brownstein, 7700. So we're at the bottom. So there's a parade one block up, and the end of the parade is right here. So this is the 6175 Vietnam float that we're seeing ahead of us. And again, parades would be a target-rich environment for them to be passing out flyers. I don't know if the woman would have pushed north towards the parade, or if she would have gone back to so right now I'm right next to Jones College Preparatory. And their graduation was today, and that brought a lot of people here. And when I first caught the body routers, I just happened upon them in the middle of this block. So there were an awful lot of people down there, and I just said, fine, we'll walk through. Let's walk this way just to the entrance to the college, and then maybe go north to State Street for a bit. But then we'll probably have to head back to the org.
So this is where they had a graduation today?
Yeah. So you can see all the kids in their suits.
Yeah.
Which really, at first it threw me because like, oh my gosh, there's a suit. And so, they don't have piping, so those are normal suits.
Yeah.
You could not work at AMC Theater in that suit.
always wanted to work for a theater. I'm sure it must be extremely boring.
You mean an actual, yeah.
The movie theater, yeah.
Yeah. But I wonder, do you get free soda and free popcorn and you just watch movies every once in a while?
Just so you get fatter. What are you trying to do to me? I don't need to lose weight.
If you didn't catch it last night,
I gained 30 pounds by working.
Declare Dave Loves Suppressive Sherry had Mark Bunker on. And they were talking, since Declare Dave had been doing a series on the LMT, the Lisa McPherson Trust, they just decided they would talk about it a little bit more and how did Mark get involved with it. So it was a great interview. So if you get a chance to, definitely I would consider heading over there and watching that.
And just so you know, I keep panning around because I'm showing that this is the exact type of day that Ferris Bueller had his day off.
Yes.
Ferris Bueller and his friends, they had a day like this. Like, I don't even see a little puff cloud in the sky. Nothing.
Yeah, so this is where I engaged them the first time, and there just isn't the crowd of people here. So, I think that we'll go, if you don't mind, let's go ahead and we'll head north up to,
That way?
yeah. We're going to go this north. So folks, if you look over here, you're going to see lots of hotels for the most part, but just ahead of us, it's blocked by the trees right now, but there's the large structure that we're about to see uncover. It's called University Center, and the only requirement in order to be a resident there is you got to go to one of the colleges. So it could be DePaul, it could be Roosevelt, it could be Columbia, it could be Loyola, and Robert Morris. So there are 5 or 6 different colleges down here. You can see over the railroad tracks down there, you can see black and red. You might not be able to see it because, again, I've got you guys zoomed in so far. That is a Columbia College building. If we go to my east, which is to your right-hand side, there's the Columbia Museum of Contemporary Photography. So this is a target-rich environment for young people who are willing to save, who want to save the world, right? They want to make their mark on the world. There has been one body router that I have not seen in a long time. The older black gentleman who would kind of sneak down into the subway. I haven't seen him for probably a month. So not sure what's going on there. Got some folks on motorcycles coming at us. Or trikes, anyhow. So the 2 women that were body routing earlier, or sidewalk recruiting, they crossed the street up here and walked into the Chicago Public Library. Yeah, I agree, but the problem with that is that shame just isn't an emotion that Scientology or a Scientologist is going to exude. So when I last saw the dark-haired recruiter, she was right here at the Robert Morris Center. And so Robert Morris Center, that is Robert Morris College. Want to try and make this one? I've got FreeXenuProject out of his element. So she was over there smoking cigarettes. At this point, I would say, sorry, trying to communicate with FreeXenu.
What about that? What was that?
Let's go just 2 blocks. So the next one's going to be Van Buren and then Jackson. And if we don't really see him, I think that we're better off going to the org. But what I'm going to say is, do you want to stay on this side and then I'm going to go on the other side? All right. Yeah, the idea that a Scientologist, to the best of my understanding, is really never supposed to exude outwardly or to a public. And I'm sorry, when I say public, I mean the WOG thing. They should never exude emotion there. And as I mentioned in the interview yesterday, that young black male that had the tight curly hair, and I caught him going to lunch. I caught him in the train station one day, and I didn't have my camera on, and I think that he took advantage of that, and he gave me the finger, and he said, "Why are you doing this to me?" And again, the idea of harming another, and I know I didn't physically harm them, but the idea that I don't love the idea that I made somebody sad, but the idea that he's not supposed to show emotion at all. I really appreciated the fact that I'm getting to them, right? And the protesting in general is getting to them. It's busy out here. So this is the end of the parade route. And it's kind of where they dismantle all of the floats that would have been up there. I've kind of got my head on a swivel. I'm not paying attention to the chat right now. I just want to see if I can see the dark-haired woman down here. And again, it's not dense like the Cubs winning the World Series, but there's a lot of people down here right now. So, and I would guess that each of the routers had a satchel with about 40 flyers in it. So you're getting a free parade. Remembering today, this weekend is Memorial Day weekend. And the difference between this and veterans is that this is for the fallen soldiers. What is that? Cavalry? Is the yellow ribbon the cavalry march too? So I'm going to go ahead and after the horse comes by, I think they might let us through. I just didn't see the other woman out here. Can we go? Can we go? Thank you. See if I can run back into FreeXenu as we head south. Ugh. Might have lost my partner. Oh, I see him now.
Right behind you on your right.
What does that sign say? Don't ride on sidewalks. What?
There you are.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna. No. Head back over to the org.
Sure.
Cool.
Actually, I gave my card up to that guy, so I'm counting candy. Asked if he's seen anyone recruiting for Scientology, but no.
Yeah.
I said, we'll take these cards and pick up some information and hand them out if you want to go.
Absolutely. Love it.
He's down here working anyway. I don't want to go and bug people that they're on leave or they got to come and do this rather than their family.
Air Force ROTC. It's very loud to me. Hopefully the mic's protecting you guys. I just want to put, I read that a long time ago, but I still, we talked about shame, the idea that it's hard to shame a Scientologist, and Philip Jones put in that, you know, the Scientology go-to move is righteous indignation. I think that this street is, yeah, this street's locked down, so we can kind of walk however we want. The other day when I was able to get the Drogas books from those 4 Venezuelan migrants, they were right here.
Yep.
So.
Hey, I also wanted to say I've got a book coming. It's 2 books actually. One is 1971 version of Dianetics, and the other one is Addiction. Is a pocket dictionary for this Church of Scientology.
Yeah.
Well, for guys, I don't know.
Hey, Sally, is there something I need to be paying attention to? Because I definitely would have missed it. Can you hold this for just a second? I'm gonna go in my backpack. The gimbal about 2.5 to 3 hours. The phone usually 4 hours. The oh, you know what?
I'm still at 50%.
Yeah, nice. And then the microphone itself is usually around 2 hours. So it's probably looking pretty. No, it's 40-50% over there.
That's cool.
Cool. Oh my. Howdy, Ashley. Welcome in. We're heading back over to the org. There's a special guest apparently going over there. Yes, and FreeXenuProject is walking alongside with it. Got him. Yeah. Beep. Yeah. So far today, we've been intercepting the body routers. The propaganda of the day is way to happiness. Oh, sorry, we can go. Oh, they charge pretty fast. Now, one thing I've noticed is that they'll charge with my battery. If I plug it in, even if it's dead, it'll be usable and charged at the same time. Yeah. And it also might be how many watts does your battery put out? Because I've got a 65 watt battery, and that's.
I have no idea.
It has to be able to put out more than it needs.
Right.
Right.
I think mine says it's too low to keep it charged, but plug it in before.
Thanks for heading over, MD Media. MD Media just headed over. I really appreciate that. So just to kind of catch everybody up, if you're coming over with MD Media, today we started the day. There were a lot of protesters out there. We had Korn, we had NanceDrew, we had FreeXenuProject. He's next to me right now. They were chalking. They were putting signage out on there. And since we had so many people at the front of the org, I decided, you know what, I'm going to take a shot and I'm going to walk the neighborhood. And in walking the neighborhood, I was able to come across 2 body routers, and today's propaganda was Way to Happiness. I was able to make contact with everybody that they handed it off to, and I was able to get them to give me 2 copies back. And while I was away, the police had come, and one of the police officers went inside and got a bucket of water and came out and doused the chalk. While I was working my way back to the org, the body router that I was trailing kept on trying to say that I was following her, which, fine, following is a legal activity. I always gave her a great deal of distance. At no time did I approach her. She always approached me. And several times she did approach me, and I had to remind her that if you come too close, I'll have to defend myself. She is the one that has given me the fist before. She's raised her fist to me several times. The police, she did go up to one police officer and said, he's following me. And I explained to the police officer, I'm giving her a First Amendment right to pass out propaganda, and I'm exercising my First Amendment right to inform the people that receive that propaganda what they're receiving. I think we're kind of caught up. We also saw the younger male body router was here, but he was just out at lunch. I'm sure that he'll start body routing soon. He might have already body routed while we were away from the org. We'll definitely try to capture him if we can. Beautiful day here in Chicago. This is kind of a neat thing. They have little pedicabs here. So the gentleman coming up the street, he's on looks like a bicycle. They have a battery in there. They do use electric generation quite often. They like to claim they're doing it all by pedal power. And then you can just, there's very few of them. It's hard to get that license, but they kind of set their own prices as well. So they do surge pricing quite a bit, and it can be very expensive to get in one of those. Right now I'm collecting, but eventually it will be recycled. I'll get it. Yeah.
Just dump that in there. You can stuff it in there.
Yep. Oop. There you go. Here we go. Sorry, I was trying to help Jay there.
Are you familiar with one?
All right, so we're back up to the org, and we've got, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and myself. So there's seven folks out here protesting right now.
Hello.
This is awesome.
We got signage going on.
Love it.
All right, we got music now. Counteract.
This is Nance decorating her car. I like that yellow sign. The only way you can control people is to lie to them. The ladies have the honk if it's a cult. That is awesome. I love it. Let me give you, again, just a wider view of what's going on here. Here we've got, oh, that is my Scientologist. She is wearing a uniform. Normally, right, we've seen her in civilian clothes the last few days, but there's the woman that was out body routing earlier. So I'm not sure how well it shows up on camera because you've got the sun and the shade, but you've got two people between the white and black car. Got NanceDrew up there, Shannon's up there, Helgear, and FreeXenuProject. So now this helps a little bit that she absolutely is staff, right? So we're going to see a staff member. Anything positive to say about your church? Is there a reason you're approaching me? Why are you approaching me? Why are you approaching me? We haven't gotten rid of them yet. We're working on it. So that was the woman who was handing these out earlier today. Let me see if I can. Yeah. So, Way to Happiness. There were two of them out there. I have not seen the dark-haired woman come back. I also don't recall seeing the dark-haired woman in staff uniform, but we obviously just saw somebody in staff uniform right there. Which, again, the idea that Way to Happiness. So now on the same day, I've got her in her Way to Happiness top, as well as her Church of Scientology top, right? That helpful element of your cultic behaviors and deceptive practices with your front groups are 100% associated with this church. Yeah, I think that I don't think they understand how the internet works. Well, I know they don't understand how the internet works, but hopefully I'm getting views on their channel as well. So. There's definitely a lot of people out here. Let me go see if they're going to try and push anybody out the back or if there's anybody out there smoking. thank you, Sally, for that reminder. And don't forget, our friend Oh No Nora is the volunteer, head of volunteer? She's the volunteer person. If you think you can help Scientology, if you think you can help the SPTV Foundation, please reach out to Nora. Well, call the phone number or reach out to Nora. When it's crowded down at the org, anything positive to say about the church? The blue shirt is staff member. By the way, in case any of you didn't hear that, the mic was fine. He didn't have anything positive to say. Got another staff member coming across the street. Thank you, Sally. Let's see if she'll walk down the street or if she's going to try and go in the back door. Yep, back door. Yeah, I was curious if that was 3 people together, and it's not, which is good. We're going to see, again, what church do you know of that people have to slink in the back? If you want out, SPTV can help you. L. Ron Hubbard said the only way to control people is to lie to them. I hope you understand you're being lied to. All right, folks, I appreciate that we've been here all this time today. I have some family obligations that I want to get to. I do want to stop by the police and do my safe pointing and let them know that there's plenty of video that shows that you're getting a bunch of calls from somebody who has no reason or rhyme to be calling you. They just don't like that I'm against their cult. I am going to ask the mods if we can find a channel, but I'm going to guess that we've got 6 or 7 channels right out here in front of the Church of Scientology Chicago that we should be able to help out with. It's been a pleasure to be here today. Thank you all for joining. The likes, the subscribes, please leave comments. It helps the algorithm share out this information. Remember, our victory for today is we were able to get the Weight of Happiness out. Absolutely, my pleasure.
And it drives to this place called a school. And children actually spend the whole day there being taught all kinds of subjects. And they have personal autonomy.
And they have recess
And-
outside.
Yes.
And they make friends.
And they have art class and music class.
All right, ladies, I need to go home.
Okay.
I appreciate being out here. It's great fun to be out here with you.
We're going to be here for a while. We're here
Love it.
for the night.
I love it.
Yes.
I love it.
So, watch us and send us some money. Look at her handwriting.
Absolutely. I know.
It looks like she bought it.
So at night, when we're seeing music, are you on stage or are you in the audience?
Both.
Okay.
I'm on stage two of the times. I sang one night with just some other musicians, and then the next time I played 3 songs.
Nice.
With my acoustic. Sometimes I bring my electric.
That's awesome.
So every Friday, 2 Fridays a month for open jam. Yeah.
Nice. Love that.
I love it.
So watch Helgear, and you'll see him. Most of those are you record those vertically, I think, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I may be switching to horizontal now because but right for starting my channel, I needed to go vertical for a while.
Okay, I'll stay. Nice.
I have 335 subscribers.
That is awesome.
And I know a lot are with you, and so I want to thank everyone for just watching, liking, subscribing. And
Just a second. Let me give you better vocals. Ah. So this is Helgear.
Hello. Hello.
And if the mods can help me out and put Helgear's channel up.
Here's my. Yep. We're on my stream too right now.
Excellent. So Helgear, at night, she's also involved in music. I almost said music industry, but I'll say music.
Yes.
And she performs, and then you'll see her on her channel. You'll see she's just out on weekend nights. Oh, I don't know if it's on weekdays as well.
Fridays, yeah. It's live. So it's live. It's live local musicians who come and play together off the cuff. It's not bands.
Nice.
So it's an open jam, and we just have a lot of fun. So
Excellent.
I hope. I get a lot of stage fright. I play way better on my back porch.
Nice.
But I stream from there too sometimes. So.
And then you gave me some great news on your subscriber count.
Yes. So I now have 335 subscribers, and I want to thank everyone for coming on over to my channel and being able to live stream. Was a great, stepping stone, milestone to come down here. And I would encourage anyone in this area to come down. We do need your help. We need more eyes, and I feel great today with everyone here supporting each other. So come on down. It's a beautiful day. The lake is right over there. Yep. You can go to a park. You can get lunch.
Bring your swimming trunks.
It's really nice down here today. So
nice.
Come on down. All right.
Cool.
Thanks, Wendy.
Thank you.
Thanks for your support and help.
No, my pleasure. I'm glad that everybody's out here and having a good time. We're getting along.
Only for a better reason.
Yeah.
Right? I want to put it to
there might be something interesting happening in 15-20 minutes.
What's that now?
I don't know yet.
I'll wait here.
Oh, there might be
Yeah.
something.
So maybe stick around for a bit. I think somebody's going to show up. I don't know who it is yet, though. But I've been told somebody's going to show up. I just don't know who it is.
Okay.
I am going to stay for a bit, folks.
Can I have one of your waters?
I will go to the police station on next Tuesday, because I'm pretty sure they'll be closed Monday. Little puppy coming down the street. This is awesome. So the thing that I love about this is just the enthusiasm. Look at the smiles you're seeing from everybody here. Yes, that's mail truck. Oh, that one's further down. Yeah, that one that's down on Clark. Yeah. Sorry, we're kind of looking around at the elements there, but look here, we've got, again, 6 protesters. I think one of them's around back right now. What's going on? Oh, I see another one here. The bravest woman I know. That's not true. All of these women are so brave. Love it.
I had the
Yeah, we got another friend coming. Juanita.
oh, Juanita.
I love this style.
We'll pay back Cubs champ soon, and I apologize for that. And I know that I know we're going to lose a few, but I've been told that there's something special. Something special this way comes, and it's piqued my curiosity. Oh, no. So earlier, remember I said that the police came and they dumped a bucket of water on here. It wasn't altogether a great job that he had done. And one thing that I'll say is that the ladies were telling me that when they said, hey, that sign says that young women shouldn't be able to, shouldn't have to kiss in a passionate way older gentlemen. That's not normal. And the officer said, yeah, I know what it says. So, again, are they on the right side? No, they're not on the right side.
The police. So I wrote this right out of the Dianetics book.
It's their belief.
The 7-year-old girl who shudders because a man kisses her is not confused. She is reacting to an engram. I'm sorry. Since at 7, she should see nothing wrong in a kiss, not even a passionate one. A 7-year-old girl. That tells you all you know who wrote that back in the 50s. And that's all they said.
So the gentleman was the Cisco driver, curious as to what we're doing out here, and then Korn was able to give him a bit of an education. That was awesome. Just a quick second, I'm checking my phone here. Sorry, I've been kind of quiet. Fuzzy, how you doing? Great job last night with Dave and Mr. Bunker. It is a cult. It is a cult. Do you know who your neighbors are? Do you know who these guys are? They're the Church of Scientology. They're a cult.
I've heard about them, but I'm not interested in them.
Yeah, so it's human trafficking. I know they come in here a lot and they should be able to spend their money, but my hope is you guys aren't being too overly friendly to them.
No, I'm just doing my job.
right, folks, sorry. My phone just died. So there's a measurement going on over here. I don't know what this measurement is. I'm going to need some help for a second. If you didn't hear, what just happened was I went and talked to, let me turn the camera around. Sorry, I'm all discombobulated. So just a few seconds ago, I went over, sorry, my phone died, so I'm on the other phone. I went over and I talked to this guy and said, hey, do you know who your neighbors are? And immediately the manager came out and said, are you bothering my employees? To which I reminded him that I was talking to somebody on a public sidewalk. And you know that I'm sorry that I don't support his neighborhood cult. All right, I'm going to see if I can switch things up real quick. I'm going to need, can I have a couple of extra hands for a second?
Sure.
So,
Let me just go.
no problem, no problem. Sorry about that, folks. I'm going to try and switch the mics real quick and get you back on the gimbal real quick. Can you hold the gimbal for a second? That phone died, so I want to... Cool. I wonder what that measurement is coming for. So somebody's measuring the sidewalk for something. And I'd be curious to know if somebody's trying to get like extra sidewalk speeding or something like that going on here.
Or no parking. You know, like all run Hubbard Way.
Yeah. One sec. Can you hold that for a second? Now you're being the cameraman.
See?
So,
Well, he's taking pictures of the dumpsters and the signs. Here.
There you go. We're all on it. Come on up, join us for this. You want to bring some music?
He wants to protest with them. So we just gave him the card. Woo!
Here's one of these.
You just take your whistle.
Oh, thank you. I am the human gimbal.
Wow, you're far more stable than I am.
my DP.
You're doing a great job.
I think I'm ready to fix it. Sorry, folks. I'm trying to get the gimbal stuff on here.
A special guest is arriving. Did Ellie tell you?
Oh my gosh, no. That is awesome. I knew that somebody was coming, but I didn't know who. Nice. All right. Sorry about that, folks. How you doing? Folks, am I back on the air now? Can you hear me? Can you hear good sound now? Thank you.
People are out there like moving their cameras in the building up here.
Interesting.
Yeah. You can see it better if you see the product.
Okay. My expectation is that, just out of curiosity.
Probably, that's what I was thinking. If it were over here, I'd be thinking something else. Interesting.
So I've got my. You're not on gimbal right now, but I've got my my phone charging, or my speaker charging. Sorry about that. How are you? My name is Windy City. My name is Windy City. Oh, gotcha. No habla. Gotcha. Where do you want to go? You need to drive. Okay. She's heading out. Okay.
Oh, she's a tourist from Mexico.
Nice.
Oh,
Nice. Tulum. The beachfront.
Yeah.
Cancun.
Good week.
Nice. Congratulations.
Thank you guys. Enjoy
Yep.
the city.
Take care. So, folks, I don't know if you had heard, just before my phone died, I tried to talk to the gentleman that's doing the tables next door, and the manager came out fairly quickly and said, "Hey, why are you bothering my employees?" So, again, it is that they're in cahoots. There's no way to not see that they're in cahoots with the Church of Scientology. I also want to say welcome to Joe Cool. I have seen Joe Cool. First Amendment auditing is something that's interesting to me, and it's most likely how I came across Aaron. And I know that Aaron's not a First Amendment auditor, but I would have seen that kind of auditing occur in that space. Spilling cables all over the place here.
I also found out it does not like it to hold down here. They want you to hold it here.
Yeah. You know, I should do this more often. I should extend, especially if you're doing facing yourself.
Yeah.
It's much easier to do it that way.
Well, yeah, it is. I mean, and it goes up pretty. I think it's like 20 inches or something, 21 inches. But yeah. I did find out why it wasn't working for me. I had to flip the thing around, so it kept trying to flip it around.
Oh.
I couldn't do it because it was too much
Gotcha. Wrong. Okay.
wrong direction.
We're definitely getting a lot more horn honking right now, so that's awesome. So what I want to say is that a lot of what we do has some First Amendment impact to it. I wouldn't say we're direct First Amendment auditors in the space, but the more we understand about what goes on in First Amendment auditing, like I said earlier today, when I was over in the Chicago Public Library, I didn't know if I could defend my position to film inside the library. My expectation is that it's a government-funded space. I think that it's a government-funded space, so I should be able to do filming in there. But I didn't have enough. I didn't know enough to be able to stand confidently if I would have been confronted by the police or anyone else. I love that. I would love if I could figure out a way to connect with Joe to help me understand how do I go down to the police station and start filling out these forms, and how do I start protesting their behavior. Because one of the things that I thought was very strange here today, the police came, and instead of the Scientologist coming out and cleaning up the chalk, the police went in the building, grabbed a bucket of water, came out with a bucket of water, and doused it on the sidewalk. I'm looking both directions to see if I can find Cat. You guys had quite the party here today. Got everybody showing up. Oh, sorry. So what I was saying is that the police came out and did the work for the church, which, again, it's so unappetizing in the idea that the only place on the street that doesn't pay taxes for the police is the one that the police work for. Love that, Ellie. How are you doing today? Good.
I'm gonna, I guess I have to download StreamYard
Yes?
so I can go live.
Yes. You don't need the, you can do it with less than 50 subs as well.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay, 'cause
so-
I have like nobody.
Yep. So, and StreamYard's free. You'll get the duck in the corner. Big deal.
That's fine.
It's just the safety factor of the idea that if anything
Right,
occurs,
yeah, no, well, that's, you know,
people
even
know.
for me,
Yep.
you know, I'm not streaming and I can't just videotape everything.
but if, you know, so videotaping and editing is a nightmare.
Yeah, that's what I was like. So yes, I'm going to do it. I don't want to do it here. Because that probably wouldn't be a
Thank
good
you.
idea.
Right.
So I'll wait till I go home.
You know what we can do? Let's do this. When we do go live, maybe we'll go walk on do kind of by streets.
Oh, okay.
You know, just walk the streets and kind of get used to everything that goes on there. If that's at all helpful.
Okay. Yeah, because I have no idea. Just a regular phone is okay, right?
Absolutely.
To use? Okay. See, I'm just totally.
Now, I think the top phone out there for it is Samsung right now. It's just that I'm an Apple ecosystem person, so yep.
That's it. That's all I got.
And even my 8 would work perfectly fine for this. I don't know yet. I think he wants to share streams.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I got that the other day when there was a homeless gent back here, and I offered him some money.
They're hugging.
Yeah.
I guess it's just, oh, these guys are awesome. They did the poppies today.
Nice. Yes.
They were here this morning and we were talking for a while. So,
That is awesome.
I thought you were going
I was told that I was going to get a prize, and we did get a prize. So
Oh,
there's
I see.
a
Somebody's coming.
there's a First Amendment auditor
Okay.
that is potentially going to reignite his YouTube career.
Okay.
So we'll kind of see what happens there.
All the help we can get here. This is a different country over here. Completely. You know, when the sergeant from the police department comes out and buckets water, we know we have a problem. And it's the same sergeant. The same guy.
Dolan?
Yeah. Dolan.
So he's the one that won't respond to me when I asked him his name and badge number. He wouldn't respond
Oh,
to me.
we got it.
Yeah.
Because I asked him again. Because he was going to cite me for the signs. He's like, I really don't want to do that. He goes, well, that's the only way you're going to find out is if you take it. Oh dear. So, they flipped it for that way.
Nice. I noticed that the police didn't take down the other sign. The lip toss ban. I'm guessing it's a ban.
This? Yeah,
Yeah.
that's been up there for a while now.
Right.
But
So
I mean,
it's important that the police take down signage,
yeah.
but not all signage.
No. Only the ones they don't agree with. And like I said, look, you can still see all the rocks all over them.
Yep.
Yep. You had fixed them to the ground. That's public property in the city of Chicago.
I do like the old school sign of
Yeah.
protected by squirrels.
See, my squirrel. I officially have got my squirrel. On my hat.
Yep. So we're watching FreeXenuProject chat with Joe Cool real quick. Now, Joe Cool is similar to William Good, right? The idea that he's a cop watcher and First Amendment officer. So. Great job, Wendy. Hi, Windy City. Ellie told me you were coming. Thank you so much. And by the way, I apologize. I do have to go today because I have family obligations. But she's going to get us in contact because I do want to figure out I know how to handle these people. How do I handle the police? Because the police are really on their side right now. And my understanding is you've got a good history in that space.
That's what I do on the top wise. If I can help you, I'm help out.
I really appreciate that.
She told me you're a great guy, and Windy City, and I think it's someone else that's supposed to be the female.
NanceDrew and Korn. So Joe Cool, NanceDrew.
I've heard a lot about you.
Oh, good
Ellie
shit.
was telling me.
Yeah, she said. Yes.
I love this, and I wish that I wish the timing was better. I really do wish the timing was better, but Ellie's going to put us together, and I do want to chat with you, and I want to talk and figure out how do I get help.
I'm understanding out. All things happen as they're supposed to happen, right? I can't get mad because something that's supposed to do. This is how it's supposed to happen.
I really appreciate you coming out here today, and we're going to stay in touch, I promise.
For sure.
All right.
I get
Thank
you
you.
info from
Will do. Yes. Thank you so much. Take care, everybody. I'll see you later. Nance, I don't have any favorites, but I'm sorry, Ellie, I don't have any favorites, but you're my favorite right now. Carla, thank you so much. That's awesome. I really do appreciate that. It means a lot to me that, that the support is enough to have people open up their pocketbooks. I am so, I'm sad and happy at the same time, right? Today was very productive, right? We were able to catch the body routers out there trying to pass out flyers, and we were able to stop them, eventually chase them back to the org. the introduction with Joe Cool right now. And again, it's a place where I feel the weakest in this space. That Joe has managed police for a long time, right? He's similar to William Good, right? He's the First Amendment, not a First Amendment, he's a cop watcher, right? He makes sure that cops do what cops are supposed to do and nothing more, nothing less. And I need that kind of support. We need that kind of support here. Like I said, we were in the library today. Can I be in the library like that? I don't know. In that space, we know that the woman was trying to set the stage for me stalking her. And again, I always maintain a very respectful distance. She would approach me. I did not approach her. Wait, did somebody put more freebies in there? MD, brilliant. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I want to, let me see if I can get in the backpack one more time. So just before I interviewed the person next door, I interviewed the cafe worker next door, and his boss came out and told me that I couldn't bother his employee anymore. But the one thing I wanted to show you real quick is that we were able to get some propaganda off the street today. And the propaganda of the day was Way to Happiness. So I was able to get a couple of these off the street today. There were other people that kept that flyer, but they listened to what I had to say. So I loved that as well. If, mods, I apologize, I know I've put you through this before. If we can find somebody to go ahead and raid, that would be great. And then I'm going to go put my headsets on and watch you guys on the train. Thank you all so much. I'll wait and see if we can get another channel up there. Oh, great news! My body cam was on when the phone died, so we should still get that. Let me see if I can use my phone while you guys are on here. All right, we have a winner. We're going to go visit Cat Ocean, and I think I missed her as well. Sorry, folks. I had family plans. I wanted to be out here as long as I could today. I really appreciate everybody being there. I think we did some good work today. But thank you all, and let's head over to Cat Ocean.